And see, there's your copper ring. You get a towel and you clean off this copper ring and wipe around the edge of your glow plug. Do not touch the coil in the center. You could disconnect it and ruin your glow plug, so just don't touch the coil. Then you take this, push out on it like you were going to start it, and touch it to the center and side. Okay. As you could see right there, that's a hot, good, bright, glowing glow plug. That determines that both your glow plug and igniter are working. If your glow plug doesn't glow, either your igniter's dead, or look inside your glow plug and see if that coil in there, which you can't see very well with this camera because it's so small, if it's broken or if it's burnt up or if it's all black and burnt out, which usually is cause of oxidation from running your engine. That's what causes it. So then you take your glow plug and your copper ring, stick the copper ring on the glow plug the way it came off. Or it doesn't really have to be the way it comes off. I just always like doing that. Take your glow plug, drop it in, get it positioned. Make sure if it starts feeling really hard to turn right from the beginning, that means you've got your glow plug threaded wrong, and unscrew it and retry. Remember, do not over tighten your glow plug. If you strip out those threads, you have to buy a whole new engine. So that's taking out, checking your glow plug. Okay, now I shall go through the procedure of checking your glow plug to see if it's sparking or if the charger's dead. And where you do that is you get this wrench right here. Usually comes in your starter kit if you get it. And you unscrew your glow plug. Most of the time it gets stuck in there, so you use like a screwdriver or a magnetic one to pull it out. Also in there is a little copper ring. You have to use really small pliers, needle nose pliers, to get that copper ring out. This might take a while. Also, after every run, if you're going to be storing it longer than, or I do this every run, but you don't have to, I guess, if you're going to run it every single day. But I do it after every run. You take out your glow plug, take it out, take after run oil, put a couple drops in there, or you take WD-40, which is what I use because it has the same thing. The after run oil does the same thing, except it also, like, it just lubricates a little bit better. You don't really, WD-40 is just as good. It drives out the moisture in there, because with the methanol fuel, the nitromethanol fuel, methanol, when it evaporates, leaves water. It leaves a water vapor, which will rust your engine. So that's why you do WD-40 or a couple drops of after run oil, and you drop it in, cycle your engine a couple times, put a couple more drops in there, and cycle your engine. If you're doing WD-40, do like 1 second squirt, cycle your engine, do another 1 second squirt, put your glow plug back in, and leave it. Don't ignite your glow plug. It will burn off the WD-40 and after run oil. if you do that. So don't ignite your glow plug until you're ready to run it again. Okay, as I said before, this is a 2.4 gigahertz car, which comes with a really handy feature on the electronics, which are inside here. This is pretty much sealed. Even the switch is covered in a rubber boot. Well, right here is your receiver. This receiver comes with a failsafe. That little button right there, that little hole, you turn on your controller, turn on your receiver, turns red, you press that button. When it starts flashing, that's your set for your failsafe. So I like setting it at full brake, so I put it on full brake. Then you press that button again, and it'll go solid. Once that button is solid, or once the light is solid, that means your failsafe set. So say it goes out of range, or for some reason something in the electronic system fails and this thing detects it, I'll just simulate going out of range by turning off my controller. It automatically goes to full brake, which is what I set it for. That is an extremely handy feature because with these nitro cars, unlike the electric cars right there, these nitro cars will continue going even after even if it goes out of range, it won't put on brake and stop. It'll keep gassing it, and it'll go away, and it'll run away from you, and you won't get it back. It'll crash most likely before you get it back. And that usually leads to a couple $100 in damage, and it's not that fun to see your car running away and all you're thinking is, "Oh crap, what did I do?" So that's how you set your failsafe for the 2.4 gigahertz controller. Okay, now onto the controller. This comes, so it's like all shielded in here. There's switches, so steering normal or reversed, throttle normal or reversed. Your trim tabs, which is your just throttle and stuff. And these two knobs right here. These two knobs adjust how much pressure your servos are going to exert. So I could turn this knob, the throttle knob, all the way down to 0. Okay, let me turn on it again. And now that it's not going to move that much because it's under a lot, the controller's telling it not to put that much pressure. But if I move it back to where I had it before, which is right there, it exerts a lot more pressure. This is so I don't put mine all the way at the top because it's unnecessary to put it that high, but this also adjusts the braking force. Say you want harder or softer braking, that's what I mainly use it for. If you put it too high, like really high, there's a chance you're going to burn out your servo because that's exerting way more force than it actually needs.